Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this bonus unboxing video on a Thursday, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. But what we do obviously, or what I like to do on this channel rather, is turn it into a bit of a guessing game to make it a bit fun for yourselves. So what we've got here, this is just something that, to be honest, I picked up really cheap. It's a figure that I didn't already have, so that means it's not a Generation 1 figure, and it's just so it's on the lines of Generations. It was in a Facebook group chat that I'm in, and it was just too much of a bargain not to pick up. And I don't know why I never picked it up originally, to be honest, or why I missed it. The figure itself, I'll give you the date and everything in a bit. I'll give you a bit of backstory about the character to see if you can perhaps guess who he is. So the character is well known, as I say. He's a G1 figure from 1986. So yeah, he was in the movie. And to be fair, like, because he's a movie character, you'd perhaps think that there'd be maybe quite a few more versions of him around, to be honest. I think there's only been about 5. And I know that sounds like quite a lot, but if you think of like pretty much a lot of the movie cast of figures, you know, there's usually a lot more of them. And indeed, this is one of the characters that did in fact last till the end as well. So it's none of, you know, wave 1 and 2 of the original Generation 1 figures. It is loose. It's in a nice big box. Yeah, I'm surprised it's in such a big box actually. So this, there's been 2 versions since this actually, maybe even 3 now I've said that, but one of them was like a deluxe version of the figure, so I don't sort of really count that. In fact, this was the very first remake of that figure after the 1986 version. So in 1986, then there was a huge gap right up to 2010. So this figure came out in 2010. Yeah, exactly that. And the good thing, well, the thing with this is now we've had a really good updated version of him as part of the Studio Series 86. So now we're narrowing it down to quite a few. And the good thing about this is that it's a mould. Funny enough, I think I've got a shattered glass version of this, a BotCon exclusive shattered glass version of this, but I didn't have the original version of this figure. You still sort of can't see what it is, but it's all wrapped up in here. It does have the instructions, thankfully, because I want to do a video on it. So another huge clue would be that I suppose it's pretty obvious if he was in the movie and he survived the movie, he was introduced, just popping that down there, in the movie. And yeah, so 2010, so that means obviously it wasn't the Classics line, it wasn't Universe line, it was Reveal the Shield line. So I've got pretty much, I think, all of the Autobots, so he's an Autobot as well, from the Reveal the Shield line, apart from this. And the really cool thing as well, I was trying to say earlier, but I've just remembered, is that with this particular mould, they can ride on themselves, and that's the only and last clue you're going to need. But this is the Reveal the Shield Wreck-Gar, as I say, that I didn't have, and I realised I haven't got Junkie on either from the same toy line. So yeah, so this was 2010. Then there was a little deluxe Combiner Wars one. Then there was a deluxe Power of the Primes one, which I think was a redeco of Groove. And then of course we've had, if you don't include Unite Warriors, which is, you know, the same molds but the Japanese colours of them, or United figures, then of course they were Studio Series 86. So there we go. This is one of the versions of Wreck-Gar that I didn't have. So thank you very much, Andy Ride from Transformers The Show. Yeah, going to make it to be nice and safe, and a video will be coming up on him very soon. Thanks guys, take care.